Hi all, welcome to the Salesforce campus. So in this series, we are going to start the Apex trigger practice questions. So we will start from the beginning, from the beginner level, and we will go for the advanced level. So in every video, we will take one scenario, and after that, we will write the trigger, and means we will write that trigger in the developer console, and we will implement that, and we will run that trigger. Okay. So this is the theoretical things like what is the agenda, what is the trigger syntax, trigger event, context variables, before versus after trigger. So we will take some example. So instead of taking this theoretical concept, we are directly going to the practical approaches, and we will take some trigger examples one by one, like trigger scenario, and we will understand what is the requirement. Okay. So this is the trigger syntax. I think everyone is aware about the trigger syntax. So we are going to start the examples, and we will see how it's working. Okay. So our first scenario is like that. Whenever a new account is getting created, so there is one industry field on the account object. Okay. So suppose that you are creating one account and you are selecting the industry as a healthcare, then automatically the rating field should be hot. Okay. So this is our scenario. Whenever an account is created and the industry is healthcare, automatically populate the rating field with hot. Okay. So now we are going to write the trigger first. Okay. Okay. So first I'm showing it to you. This is the account object. So there is an industry field. In this industry field, there is a healthcare. Okay. So if you are selecting the healthcare at that time, the rating should be automatically populated as a hot. Okay. So suppose that currently I'm creating one account record. Okay. I'm going to create one account record here. So suppose that I'm creating one new account. Okay. So I'm giving Salesforce. Okay, that is it. And industry I'm taking the healthcare. Okay. And saving this record. So record got saved. Okay. Now if you want to see the rating, okay, search for rating. So rating is not updated. Okay. What was the our requirement? Our requirement is like that. This industry is healthcare, then update the rating. Okay. So now I'm going to the developer console. I'm writing one trigger. So for writing the trigger, go to the developer console, click on the new, click for the Apex trigger. Now here, write the Apex trigger name. So what the trigger name you can give? A account, TRIGR account trigger. So this is the your trigger name. Okay, whatever the trigger you are writing, what is the trigger name? So I'm giving the trigger name. Now on which object you need to write the trigger? First we need to understand whenever anything is happening and on which object we need to write the trigger. So here we need to write the trigger on the account because we are doing operations on the account object. Okay. And after that certain things will be going to be happen. Okay. So now here go and search for the account. So account, now submit it. Okay. See, so now one trigger syntax we have received. Now this is the trigger. This is the trigger name on which object, on the account object, and it should be before insert or after insert. Okay. So now you are saying like that, the syntax is like that. This is the trigger. Okay. This is our trigger name. Okay. And this is the object on which you want to write the trigger. Okay. So we are writing the trigger on the account object. Are you clear on this? Now, the second thing is like that. after or which operation, means you need to write the trigger. Okay, so if you go for here, uh, trigger syntax, give me a minute. Yeah, so this is the trigger event, means on which event you are writing the trigger. So here, before insert, before update, after insert, after update, before delete, after delete, and after delete, undelete. So how you will know like that, what we will need to perform it here, means on which event you need to write the trigger. Okay, so currently suppose that you have the account object. Okay, so this is on your account record. Okay, so you are giving the account name. Okay, and you are giving the, what was the questions, like industry. Okay, so you are giving the industry field. Okay, industry field value you are giving, and after that there is a one rating field. Okay, so rating field, so you are not giving this rating field, you are just giving the industry field, and you are giving the account name. And when you are clicking on the save button, okay, when you're clicking on the save button, so once the record is get saved to the database, record is get to the data save base, this rating should be automatically populated. Okay, so what I'm saying, whenever you're clicking the save, this rating should automatically come. Okay, so we need to write before insert, means before saving the record, you update the rating also. Okay, in the back end, you take the rating as a hot. Okay, now I'm removing this first. Okay, so in the trigger, now two things we need to understand basically, on which object on and which event. Okay, so now we have written that account before insert and insert. Okay, sorry, before insert, this is the event. Now we need to write this trigger in such a way like that. That should be the good practice. Okay, so what we will do, we will write the trigger like, we'll write the first, suppose that account, we can take this as a name, account trigger handler, we can put it. Okay, dot. Now suppose that I'm creating this one class, in that we will handling this. Okay, so first create one class, account trigger handler. Okay, now here we will put one, what, method. Okay, set rating is the method name. Now we need to pass this set rating. Okay, so in this set rating we need to pass some parameters. So we have taken public class name. Here we need to put one method. Okay, public static, after that void. Okay, and after that whatever the method name we have given it here, so like set rating we have given, so that one, and we are passing some parameter from here. Okay, then we need to capture it here also, correct? So we are taking it in the list format, list of, and what we are passing it here, we are passing before insert. So before insert means what? So suppose that you are giving some new value. Okay, means you are giving means you are giving name. Okay, you are giving that industry as a healthcare, so that is the new value now. So here you can write tri over here, trigger dot new. Okay, so you are passing trigger dot new as a parameter, then you need to store it, this whatever the data you will send it from this, you need to store it here. Okay, so list of account here, and you can give acc list or account list, whatever you want, you can put it here. Okay, now this, so first we can save this class. Okay, now class is saved. Now we will save this trigger. Okay, so now we have write the trigger on the account before insert account trigger handler means we are using the handler for the best practice for writing the trigger. So whenever you are writing any trigger, you need to do the best practice by this way only. Okay, and also so this one we have done. Now there is one more things we need to take care like if. So when this operation should have to be performed. Okay, when this apex class and method should have to be called. Okay, so here we need to give if trigger dot is insert. Okay, is insert and trigger dot is before. Okay, so we have written this two scenario. If this is satisfied, then only you have to enter in this criteria you, and after that call this apex class, and after that call this apex method and pass the trigger dot new value. Okay, now you pass the trigger dot new value. Now what was the business requirement? Now we have the account list. Now there is some business requirement. What the business requirement is saying like that, if you go whenever the new account is created, we can write it in the, sorry, we can write the comment it here. Okay, whenever the new account is created and the industry is healthcare, okay, automatically populate the rating. So what we can do, we will check for, this is for bulkification, means if the single record is there then it's okay, but for suppose that if the multiple record is coming to multiple record is inserted, multiple account record is getting inserted, in that case we need to write for account acc and whatever this value is coming. Okay, we need to pass it here acc list. Okay, till now it's clear. Okay, means we have given the Apex method, Apex class, and calling it from the Apex trigger. Okay, so now for account ACC list. Okay, so whatever the account we are going to create, we are passing that record here. Now we are checking it here. If this is the list of your account, and in from this list we are passing one by one to this ACC. Suppose that we have one bucket. Okay, we have one bucket, and here multiple account is there, a1 a2 a3, multiple account is there. Now this a1 we are passing to here, again a2 will go, again a3 will go here. Okay, like this way it will go. Okay, so till now it's completed here. Now you need to check if ACC dot, what was the field name? The field name is industry. If ACC dot industry value is healthcare, okay, if ACC value is the healthcare, or here don't put only one equal to, because this is the assignment, we don't need to assignment, we need to comparison. Okay, we are comparing the value, so acc dot industry equal to healthcare. So if whatever the industry value you are giving it is the healthcare, then only we need to change the acc dot rating equal to what the rating should be, hot. So rating should be hot. Okay, now this one, now try to save it. Now it's got saved. So this is our first trigger. Now we are going to perform this and we will check it's working or not. So let me create one more account. Okay, so I'm giving test trigger Salesforce trigger scenario 1 I'm giving it. Okay, now I'm giving the industry as a healthcare. I'm saving the record. Now I'm going it. See, the rating it got automatically populated. Any doubt till now here? No. Okay. So our best practice we have followed. So we can say like that. It's got saved automatically, and this is the trigger name on which object, what is the event, on which event we need to perform. Okay, and after that we need to give the conditioning when this trigger should be fired. Okay, on the account trigger handler, if it is a before trigger and is insert. So suppose that means on the same object, if you want to different operation, then we go for different if object, sorry, if condition. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this. If you find this lecture is helpful for you, please like and subscribe. Thank you. We'll meet in the next lecture.